Narendra Modi addresses World Skill Day conclave, appeals to youth to skill, reskill and upskill to remain relevant. No let-up in Assam flood scenario, death toll reaches 66. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal asked administration to take care of relief camp inmates. Girls outshine boys in CBSE Class 10 results. Overall pass percentage is more than 91. Nearly 6 lakh people recover from COVID-19 across the country. HRD Ministry launches most affordable test kit. And Meghalaya government says it has decided against furthering the lockdown in Shillong. Good evening viewers, welcome to the Notice News Bulletin. This is Manjui now with the details. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has exhorted the youth to skill, reskill and upskill in order to remain relevant in the rapidly changing business environment and market conditions. He was addressing a virtual conclave on World Youth Skills Day organized by the Union Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship today. Modi said, "Skill is timeless. It keeps getting better with time and makes people different from others. Skills are not only a means to livelihood but also a reason to feel lively and energetic in the daily routine." The Prime Minister said that in a rapidly changing world, millions of skilled people are needed and there is a huge potential, especially in health services. Referring to the portal launched recently for mapping the skilled employees and employers, he said it will help the skilled workers, including the migrant workers who have returned to their homes, to access jobs easily.
और हमारी जो स्किल है उसका और विस्तार करना, जैसे छोटे मोटे फर्नीचर बनाते बनाते आप और भी चीजें सीखते गए, पूरा का पूरा ऑफिस डिजाइन करने लग गए, तो वो हो गया अपस्किल.
The 15th meeting of the India-European Union Summit was held in virtual mode today. The summit was co-chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President of European Council Charles Michel and President of European Commission Ursula von der Leyen. Addressing the meet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed confidence that the summit will further strengthen India's economic as well as cultural linkages with Europe. The summit reviewed India-EU cooperation covering trade, investment, political and security relations, developments related to the COVID-19 pandemic and contemporary global matters of interest to both sides were discussed. In Assam, over 33 lakh people are affected by the current surge of water to the state. 2 persons lost their lives today, taking the death toll to 66. SDRF and NDRF teams evacuated 3,000 people to safer places this morning. Several major rivers are in spate. More than 44,000 people are taking shelter in 517 relief camps across the state. District administrations are distributing relief materials to the people. According to the Assam Disaster Management Authority, close to nearly 33 lakh people have been affected due to surging waters in 28 districts including Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, Bishwanath, Sonitpur, Udalguri, Baksa, Nolbari, Dibrugarh, Tinsukia and Kabi Anglong. 95% areas of the Kaziranga National Park are underwater. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal today visited a flood relief camp at Tiok in Jorhat district. He instructed the administration to take proper care of the inmates. He also visited the Bor Namghar at Dhikyakhwa and paid his obeisance to the deity. He unveiled plaques to launch the construction for a sewage management plant and an auditorium under the Untied Fund at the Bor Namghar. The CBSE has announced the results of Class 10 examinations. The overall pass percentage is 91.46%. Girls have outshone boys against this year with a pass percentage of 93.31. A total of 90.14% boys and 78.95 transgenders have passed. The Trivandrum region has recorded the highest pass percentage of 99.28 and Guwahati region has recorded the lowest at 79.12%. The CBSE said there has been a marginal increase in the pass percentage since last year. Students can check their results at cbse.nic.in or cbseresults.nic.in. The results can also be checked via DigiLocker and Umang apps. In a tweet, Union Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank congratulated everyone for making this possible and reiterated that students' health and quality education are a government priority. When the Meghalaya Board of School Education results for Class 12 were announced recently, among those anxiously waiting was an enthusiastic grandmother. Here is the story of Lakintio Semle, a 50-year-old from Umsing Ribhoy, who has passed Class 12 with flying colors. Lakintio Shemle is a 50-year-old single working mother of 4 children and 2 grandchildren. Against all odds, she has managed to resume her education a full 32 years after dropping out. And when the Class 12 results were announced by Meghalaya Board of School Education, she was beaming with joy as she learned that she was among those who passed.
I have 4 children and 2 grandchildren. I went to Balawan College since 2018. Is since from I dropped my studies since 1989 in class 9. I cannot appear matric that time because maths is the problem for me. So, since 2015, I heard that there is a school for NIOS. There in that school there is no maths, so I happily joined that school. It is evening school, so I passed in 2017. So I continue my studies in Balawan College since 2018. My friends, my colleagues are my inspiration.
Though she dreams of being a poet, Shemle has been teaching the basics of the Khasi language to preschoolers since 2008. During the course of her teaching, she admits to have realized that she had to complete her studies to be a good teacher. Thus, with this newfound determination and encouragement from friends and family, she has managed to clear not only Class 10 but also Class 12. Seeing Lakintio Shemle achieve such an extraordinary feat, Bondrilim Lindo, secretary of a village organization, congratulated her on the success she has achieved.
We are here together regarding her successful. She had passed out her Class 12 examination. So we are here from the village organization Umsling Lumpi. First of all, we would like to congratulate her for her success, and then we would like to thank God for the miracle that He has bestowed upon her.
She feels that Srimati Shemle will forever be an inspiration to not just her peers but also to youngsters all over. Bureau Report, DD News, Guwahati. The government today said the COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 63.24%. A total of 5,92,032 people have recovered in the country so far. In the last 24 hours, 20,572 people have recovered from COVID-19. Presently, the total number of active cases is 3,19,840. The Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 29,429 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 9,36,181. In a single day, 582 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 24,309. The case fatality rate in the country is 2.60%. 30 states and union territories have lower fatality rate than the national average. The Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) has said a total of 3,20,161 tests were conducted by various laboratories in the country in the last 24 hours. Union Human Resources Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank and Minister of State for HRD Sanjay Dhotre have launched the most affordable COVID-19 test kit. It has been produced by IIT Delhi. Cursor is one of the companies which has received the non-exclusive license from IIT Delhi for the probe-free RT-PCR-based COVID-19 test kit. The test kit has been manufactured by New Tech Medical Devices and will be made available across hospitals and all diagnostic centers. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet has informed that 859 new COVID-19 positive cases have been detected in the state, of which 627 were in Guwahati alone. COVID-19 cases are on the rise in Guwahati. In Arunachal Pradesh, there are 462 total confirmed cases with 3 deaths reported. In Manipur, total confirmed cases are 1,672 with no death reported. In Meghalaya, active cases are 318 with 2 deaths. In Mizoram, the number is 238 with no casualty. In Nagaland, the number is 896 with 0 casualty. In Sikkim, the number of confirmed cases is 209 with 0 casualty, and in Tripura, the number is 2,170 with 2 deaths reported. In Meghalaya, the government has said it will not extend the lockdown in Shillong and the adjoining areas as the process of contact tracing of COVID-19 infected persons is more or less complete. The lockdown was imposed last Monday after the state government said officials will conduct contact tracing in different parts of the state capital following a surge in positive cases of COVID-19 during the 2-day lockdown. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong said the government, after a review meeting, decided against further lockdown. The lockdown was meant for contact tracing, and as of today, it is more or less complete, he added. Again in Meghalaya, 19 more BSF personnel have tested positive for COVID-19, taking the total number of cases to 318. Directorate of Health Services informed that in East Khasi Hills district, there are 255 cases, of which 198 are BSF personnel, 53 civilians and 4 armed forces personnel. While in other districts, including Repa, there are 19 cases, 2 each in East Jaintia Hills and South Garo Hills, and 1 each in East Garo Hills and North Garo Hills. The number of recovered persons stands at 46 with 2 deceased. Arunachal Pradesh recorded its highest single-day spike of 75 COVID-19 cases on Tuesday, taking the state's tally to 462. Itanagar Capital Complex accounted for 49 of these 75 fresh cases. Meanwhile, 8 COVID-19 patients were released from the hospital following their recovery. The total number of active cases in the state stands at 306, with 153 discharged and 3 deaths. Across the globe, confirmed coronavirus cases crossed 1,34 lakh and resulted in more than 5,82,000 deaths so far, while more than 78 lakh patients have recovered from the disease. In the United States, total cases have crossed the 35 lakh mark with more than 1,30,000 deaths. In Brazil, the total number of cases is now more than 19 lakhs with over 74,000 deaths. In Russia, the total number of cases is more than 7,46,000 with over 11,000 deaths. To end the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses World Skill Day conclave, appeals to youth to skill, reskill and upskill to remain relevant. No let-up in Assam flood scenario, death toll reaches 66. Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonowal asked administration to take care of relief camp inmates. Girls outshine boys in CBSE Class 10 results. Overall pass percentage is more than 91. Nearly 6 lakh people recover from COVID-19 across the country. HRD Ministry launches most affordable test kit. And Meghalaya government says it has decided against furthering the lockdown in Shillong. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.